Softer words, harsher consequences. Softer words, harsher consequences. Let's do this one. We're here in Verner, Ontario. One of the places that is epic for softer words, harsher consequences. These people love softer words with harsher consequences. Yes, they don't care about the homeless in this city. They don't care about the poor. This city does not care about the elderly. They do not care about the brown water. Softer words, harsher consequences. That's what we're talking about today. Me and my dog are going on a walk soon. So yeah, softer words, harsher consequences, people, man. Like what they're doing now is, with the politically correctness, is they're just setting us up for failure every time. Like every time with the politically correctness, they're setting us up for failure because they know that softer words is going to make somebody just go home and watch Housewives of Beverly Hills or just go on their YouTube endlessly and figure it out. So they're doing harsher words or softer words, and it's harsher consequences. Like look at when they took it from Skid Row. They went all the way from Skid Row, and then they called it homeless, or homeless. They went, oh, it's homeless now, right? And that's better. Like it would make us feel better at night. Just that they're just less one home than us, right? Homeless. They're only less one home than you. So it makes you feel better. At least they're not less two homes. At least they're not homeless too, right? Well, some people are, because some people have two homes. But yeah, they went to homeless with the softer words, right? Softer words, it's equaling harsher consequences. So, and after homeless, they went to what? Unhoused, right? So now we're at the unhoused portion of the softer words. So did it get better from Skid Row? Did it get better when they renamed it homeless? Did anything change at all? Did the situation just get worse, right? So they just got softer on the words, went from Skid Row to homeless, thinking, okay, well, let's make society sleep better at night, and we'll just rename these things. So then we went from homeless, and we went over to unhoused, right? So now you're only unhoused. Now you just got to take out the and you're going to be housed, right? Like there's going to be like a house right around the corner from you. So it's like softer words. So we went from homeless to unhoused. Did anything change, or did it get worse? I sleep better at night. Hey, I sleep better at night knowing that they're not on Skid Row. Now that they're just unhoused, maybe in an elevator shaft or a garage parking lot or something, right? So now we're at the softer words, harsher consequences. Where else are we going with unhoused? Now unhoused is just a little too harsh. Unhoused is just a little too harsh. So we're going to call it tent city, right? We're going to give them a city. We're going to give them a structure. It's a tent and a city. Man, I sleep better at night in my house. I'm telling you, there's 300 homes in this community, and I sleep so much better at night knowing that they're not on Skid Row. I sleep great, man. I'm just like, this is great. I had chocolate cake tonight. Got my little Shih Tzu puppy dog. Woohoo, you know. Softer words, harsher consequences. We went from Skid Row to homeless, to unhoused, to a tent city. Maybe they got a fucking mayor. Maybe they got a mayor and a councilor, and maybe they vote and everything in tent city. Maybe they just want to be there, right? So softer words is equaling harsher consequences in life. So they're trying to just butter it up. Same with, we used to call people what they were. If you were slow, we would call you a we with a tar and then a did, right? We would call you that, and it wasn't offensive to the person. They knew something was wrong with them. We didn't really judge them back then. We just called it what it was. We called a spade a spade. Hey, come on, puppy. We called the spade a spade, right? And now we had to go from the we plus the tar plus the did to slow, or you know what I mean, mentally ill. They went to mentally ill next, right? That's what they went to. Softer words, harsher consequences, politically correct bullshit. So we went from the we and the tar and the did, and then we went to the softer words of mentally ill. Just a little bit ill. His mental is just a little bit ill. You know what I mean? Your mental is not ill, but his mental is a little bit ill. Did they fix anything? Did they fix anything, or did they just close the insane asylums and the doctors? Because having an insane asylum, this is a church, but having an insane asylum is twice as expensive as having a jail. What do you think? Having an insane asylum with doctors, nurses, and guards is going to be cheaper than having a jail with just some freaking grade 12 guards just beating on the inmates? No, so we went politically correct, softer words, harsher consequences. So we went from mentally ill down to, I think it was like low cognitive or something. Come on, baby. Low cognitive, like a mentally ill person or a slow person or somebody who is low cognitive, like they're even going to understand what a low cognitive person is. So, you know what I mean? Like, what are we buttering up the words for? We're not buttering up for words for the person living in the tent. He does not give a shit if you call it Tent City, Skid Row. He does not give a fuck. He just wants you to get him some fucking dignity. Maybe some housing. Come on, mama. Right? So, softer words, harsher consequences. So, where are we? We're at low cognitive, right? So they shut down all the insane asylums. They shut down all the stuff that gets people the help they need when they're in mental crisis. But they gave us soft words. They gave us really pretty words just to enjoy ourselves at night with our big screen TVs. I understand what it is. I do not want to think about it either. I don't want to shatter anybody's reality, but it's the same within war. Like war, we used to tell people what war, here we go. We used to tell people what war was about. We used to tell them, like, if you go to war, you're going to get shell-shocked. You hear me? You're going to get shell-shocked, right? So we used to go to war. This is probably World War I or some crap. And we would tell the people in World War I, you come to this place where we're using these tools and you're going to get shell-shocked. You're going to go home and you're going to be fucked up. Right? But then we changed it from shell shock. We changed it to battle fatigue. Like you just went to World War I and they built you this shit and you were just a little fatigued, right? You just went over there and you were just a little fatigued. Yeah, World War I. See how softer words, harsher consequences. You know, has anything changed since World War I? No, they've just lightened up the words that we use to make us sleep at night better, knowing that young men and women are dying out on the battlefields. So we went from shell shock in World War I to World War II when we went to battle fatigue, right? So now we're all battle fatigued. Now we're just a little bit tired because we went to battle and then countless millions and millions of people are gone off of this earth and you had to see all this brutality, right? So after battle fatigue, where did we go? We went to, post-traumatic stress. There we go. We packaged it all up into four little consonants, right? Four little letters. We battled it. We put all these men through all the hell that none of us probably would want to ever go see, and we just put it down to PTSD. Like, doesn't that make us feel fucking great, you know? Like, fucking, excuse my language, algorithm. Like, that's some bull crap. And these people, softer words, harsher outcomes. I was at a protest here for brown water in my community, and they trespassed me for a sign with words saying, give us some clean water in our community. Oh, those are harsh words. And even the cop told me, I have a video of the cop. I'm talking to a cop about the protest that I had here. And then the cop is like, this was a city hall meeting for the brown water in our community. And then the cop's like, well, I understand that you had to go there and protest, but you went about it the wrong way. I'm like, what do you mean, went about it the wrong way? Well, you really can't do what you did there. And I was kind of freaking out on them before the meeting. I triggered them before the meeting, you know what I mean? But I was pretty good during the meeting. And the cop's like, Da-da-da. I'm like, well, listen, man, I've been asking for 5 fucking years for clean water in my community. Like, I literally went out and I did petitions. I petitioned, I grabbed sheets of paper, and I asked for a discount for seniors and a discount for the disabled, for a water discount, and they wouldn't give it to me. So yeah, they wouldn't give it to the old people either. So these politicians don't care. They will soften the words up, and they will harshen the consequences. It's just like taxes. They'll raise your taxes up and they'll cut your services. Come on, mama. I go over here. There's a little park over here with some kids stuff. So what other harsher consequences have come from softer words? Let us think. Well, if we talk about the people who touch the little kids in their swimsuit areas, we used to call them what they are. Now we have to call them some soft-ass word too, like, you know what I mean? God damn it, we got to soften our words for everybody. I'm done with that politically correct bull crap, you know what I mean? I'm just calling a spade, man. If you need to be chopped up, you need to be chopped up, and I'm going to say you need to be chopped up, but then they're going to say, I'm a bad guy. Like, literally, I told one guy, I was talking on my morning walk, and we were talking about me where I stay in Jamaica, right? So I stay in the ghettos in Jamaica. And in the ghettos, the children and the women are safe. Ain't nobody in the ghetto is going to go touch a woman or a child because we know what to do with them. And this guy's like, oh, are you promoting violence? I'm like, promoting violence? I'm like, what are you talking about? Wouldn't you want the harshest consequence for somebody who touched your wife or your fucking children? Like, what do you mean am I promoting violence? Hell yes, I'm promoting violence. And that's what I mean. They just want to put these people, these guys who touch little children in the swimsuit areas, they just want to put these fucking little motherfuckers on an ankle bracelet, on house arrest, and then they want to chase a good cameraman like myself, a good news reporter, you know? Like, come on, man. What kind of crap is that? I don't understand it, man, but thanks for being here, man. Too bad. Keep up the good work. You should run for mayor. Whoa, I was going to run for city councilor here. There was a vacancy, and I was going to force them to call a by-election to fill the seat, but they sent the cops after me. That was after they sent all the bylaw officers after me and everybody else. Like, literally, if you start making waves in your community, if it's a small community, small enough, they will come after you with every tool they have. They sent the bylaw officer at me. They sent the fire marshal at me. They sent the building inspector at me. They sent the electrical safety authority guy after me. And after I told them all just to give me the ticket, just stand at my door, I said, give me the ticket, I'll fight the ticket. If not, get the fuck out. Didn't give me no tickets because I wasn't doing nothing wrong. And after that, and asking for the water discount for the old people and shaming them online and ray, yeah, they eventually sent the police after me. Oh, stop emailing the city. You're harassing them with your emails. I'm like, I'm not harassing anybody with my emails. I'm like, that light post needs a light in it, so you guys better come and replace it. This sidewalk needs to be torn up because somebody could trip on it. It's a danger. I just started naming the things that they had to do. We all have obligations. We all have obligations to make this world run the way that it runs. And it's coming like if we don't meet our obligations, they'll send a armed costumed man. They'll all pile out of a clown car. Like, they'll all pile out of the fucking clown car with their military-style weapons. They'll come up to you with all their fucking clown gear on, give you a fucking ticket. If you don't pay your ticket, they'll take your license. They'll take your fucking house. Well, put you in the collection agency. They might even throw you in jail in some cities, in some countries. Like, I know in Jamaica, there's debtor prison still. In Canada, there's no debtor prison. Like, you can't go to jail for your debts in Canada. Like, it's just not, like, they give you a fine. They can't send you to jail. Like, even if you don't pay your child support, all they can do is take your license, they garnish your wages, they do a whole bunch of other stuff. Like, if you win a lottery in Canada and you owe child support, they take the lottery winners and pay your and they make you get up to date on your child support. So they have other ways of making you pay the money in Canada. Looks like if you want to make a difference, quit being a pain in the ass. No, not a pain in the ass got me millions of views. Women and children are not so safe in Jamaica. No, they are safe in Jamaica, in the community. That's what I mean. Like, in Jamaica, if you leave our community, right? Oh, it's a high fire alert right now. Everybody, if you're in this area, high fire alert, don't burn nothing. Boop. Yeah, no, like, yeah, sorry, I didn't read that. But yeah, in our community, they're safe. The women and children and any women and children that pass through our community, they're safe. But we can't guarantee their safety once they leave our lane. Like, once they leave our lane, you know, we can't, like, follow them on every date they go on. We can't follow them on every, you know what I mean? They want to go KFC, they want to go here, they want to go there. We can't follow them out, you know what I mean? But once they're in the community, everybody in the community knows that there's no hands-on, you know what I mean? You don't steal from us, like, you know, you go down over there, you go down there and you do your bad things over there. Come on, mama. You don't do anything in the community because we're watching, we're waiting, and we're gonna make sure that you feel the pain. It all depends how much uncles you have and how much family you have in the community to the punishment that you receive, right? If you have an uncle in the community who's part of the bad man and keeping everything running smoothly in the community, well, then you might get a pass, but you're going to get messed up. Like, they're going to hear you screaming, and they're going to be in the house, and they're going to be spanking you. Yes, they're going to be spanking you. Doesn't matter how old you are. And there are going to be 4 or 5 guys, 6 guys in there, probably for 5 or 6 hours, giving you your comeuppance for taking Mummy's empty beer bottles that she was going to cash back just to get some rice and a little bit of carrot and maybe a pound of chicken. You know what I mean? So yeah, we don't mess around, man. Thank you for being here, guys. I promise, I don't want nobody to be scared of me. I wouldn't want anybody to fear me. But I'll tell you, fear is more, respect doesn't get people to do what you want them to do. Fear can get people to do what you want them to do. I would never use it. I would hope people respect me, but yeah, fear is a good tactic to keep things in line. And sometimes in communities in Jamaica, you need to make sure all of these poor people who don't have enough to eat and who might want to do something, they got to let them know that they're not allowed to do these certain things, right? Like, sometimes children and grown-ass men need a lesson that you're not allowed to do in Canada and in some places in the States. Like, somebody comes to rob you in New York. If somebody comes in your house in New York, do you know that you have to run away before you defend yourself? You have the duty to escape with your wife and children before you defend yourself. So, like, it really depends where you are. It really depends where you are in the world with these self-defense laws. You know what I mean? In Canada, we don't have a duty to escape, right? In Jamaica, they don't have a duty to escape. And sometimes in Jamaica, even in the middle of town, you get caught shoplifting in these third world countries, and the police just sit back and watch you get your community, it's called community knowledge or community training. We're just training you to be a better citizen. Here, bop, 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 couple bricks on the head. Like, do I agree with it? No. Poverty can make a lot of people do stupid stuff they don't want to do. But Do I agree with somebody stealing my tractor or my lawnmower or my motorcycle or my car? No, I don't either. But where is the comfortable middle that we can live as a society without saying, let's string up everybody who steals a lawnmower from the tree, right? Where can we live? Where all our tax dollars isn't just going into building jails and paying for police and the guards, right? There's got to be somewhere we can go with society that's a little bit different than what we're doing. Punishment has never worked. Like, punishment has never worked to stop crime. Getting people out of poverty, lifting people out of poverty has gotten people to stop crime. I'll guarantee that. I'm one of them. Grew up with nothing, never, nothing. No uncle with a handout. No uncle to help me. No mom, dad that was going to help me anything really good, I was on my own, man. 10 years old, I was on my own. Come on, mama. 10 years old, I was out on my own being bad, doing what I had to do to survive. 12 years old, I was in jail. 35 years old, I straightened up my life, have a great life. 50 years old, I own my own house, paid off. So, ask me if I have any regrets, no. But I'll tell you, my only option was to take what I needed until I was smart enough to fix my life. So maybe we should be teaching people how to fix their life from an early age and not teaching them some bullshit, whatever classes they're teaching nowadays. I don't know exactly what they're teaching in the schools, but I know if we taught our children better, there would be better results. Like, it's coming like most of our children are simple. Right? Like, it's like, wow, man. I know the children in this community are simple because the brown water makes them 2 points lower on the IQ scale than children without the brown water. There was a study done in Quebec. Wow, man, Quebec, I guess they had brown water in their community, and they did a study with children in the community that didn't have brown water and children that had brown water. And the children that had the brown water were 2 points lower on the IQ scale. So maybe if we stop feeding children brown water, we'd have less criminal babies. I'm just joking. But yeah, we got to really fix the poverty situation, because if we don't fix the poverty situation and we just go with softer words, we're never going to get out of this situation. I don't know what to call it next besides Tent City. Like, what can we really call it besides Tent City? Like, somebody find me a softer word. Lay in the road. I'm a lib. Okay, I don't vote. You're the problem. You guys that are voting are the problem. You guys have voted for the same system for hundreds of years, and nothing has been fixed. These you see, you're the problem. You think that all of a sudden, if you support your one guy, he's not the criminal, but everybody else in the world is the criminal, right? So I bet you believe that your God is the right God, and 3,999 other gods that other people believe in are fake gods, right? Your God, it has to be the real God because it makes you feel so good inside, right? Right? So, but your party must be the right party. You must know the right way to live perfectly because it makes you feel good in your head. So let me ask you a question, Mr. Troll, who wants me to lie down in the road. If we all lived our life the way you lived your life, if all of our actions were in sync with your actions, oh holy art thou, would life be perfect? Answer me that. I might not be able to see, but would life be perfect? Would the world be perfect if we all just had the same thought process, the same everything that you did from we waked up till we went to bed? How perfect would life be? So just because I have a different opinion than yours, I'm a communist and I'm a liberal, and let me see, what else? Because I think the poor should have a hand up. I'm a communist. All right. So let's talk about the banks. So how come the banks aren't communists? How come the car companies aren't communists? How come the big corporations, whenever they go broke, How come they're not communist? Literally, like the banks take your money, make money off your money, take your house in the financial crash, right? They take your house in the financial crash, they invest all your money badly, and then they crash again, and then they get a big fat handout. Here, let's do communism for the rich, but when a poor person asks for a handout, or the old people who have worked their whole life and struggled their whole life to build this country are only given enough to pay their rent and not enough to eat. And when those old people or those disabled people ask for a little more, they're communists. But the car company crashes, the banks crash, take all your houses, and then they ask you for a handout to take more money off you, and the government gives it to you guys. And you guys are just like, this is great. One day Elon Musk is going to take me on a rocket to Mars. Right, bro? Right? You're just waiting for the passenger seat on Elon. You're giving all your resources to Elon Musk because you believe that he's going to take you on the rocket to Mars. Well, I think you're fucking sadly mistaken, my friend. You're going to sit down here and burn up when the sun gets too close to the earth. And that's it. Like, I just don't understand these people, like, thinking I'm a liberal or a whatever. Like I would ever vote for their system. Some shit that they broke. God damn it. Tell me nothing, my friend. Like, your guy is just going to be like, oh yeah, tomorrow after the election, the whole world is saved and everything's going to be a kumbaya. We're all going to get together. We're going to reach out. We're going to cross aisles, and we'll cross aisles and we'll all be one. Come on, dude. When is that ever going to happen? Like I said, the world would be perfect, right? If we all lived our life like you. Like me, I'm out walking my dog right now. Oh shit, I parked my car back here. Come on, mama. I thought I was walking home. My dog wants me to carry her. Come here. She's tired. Sorry, mama. I didn't know it was so hot. Now I'm going to carry my dog back to the car. I forgot I parked over here so I could just do a different walk today. I'm sick of seeing all the same shit when I'm walking. Well, I'm going to sit right here for a second, guys, with my dog. She's burning up. I'm burning up too a little bit. So yeah, like I was saying, man, like some people really just want you to live your life the way they live their life. And like, say if you're happy, they're just going to try to be an energy vampire, guys. Energy vampires. The world is full of energy vampires, guys. Energy vampires. Who wants to be surrounded by energy vampire? I don't even read the chat. I know there's probably 100 people in here, 200 people defending me in the chats, and I appreciate you. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Warning, big truck driving by. Loud noise, warning, guys, loud noise. So, just gonna carry my dog back to the church over there. Maybe sit down in the shade with my dog for a bit. Enjoy the rest of this nice. It's a beautiful day out, guys. It's plus 20 degrees, which is, goddamn, I don't know how much that is in Celsius. It's maybe like 85 degrees Celsius. But just a nice little overcast so the sun's not baking you. But yeah, in this city, we've got a grocery store, we've got a hardware store, we've got a bank, we've got a post office. We've got a library, we've got a restaurant, we've got a liquor store, we've got a workout room, we've got an arena, we've got an Amish shop with like breads and everything. Man, it's a beautiful community. Everything's within like 10-minute walking distance. Literally, I moved up here and I didn't even have a car or nothing. And life was just really simple for me. Just like no problems. Just come, 8-minute walk to the grocery store right there. Come on, mama. Come on. Let's go see your friend. Come on, let's go see your friend. You're walking so slow. I found that dog 2.5 years ago, guys. I was falsely accused of some stuff in my neighborhood, and I had to leave my neighborhood for like over a year. So I had to leave for over a year because like my bail conditions or whatever. And then I found this dog when I came back from Jamaica. I went to Jamaica for like 10 months. And when I came back, I was in another city, about like an hour drive away from here. And I'm driving my motorcycle. I see this dog running around. So I followed this dog on my motorcycle for like maybe an hour and a half. And then I finally got it. It had a microchip in it, right? But I didn't get a vet appointment for 2 months. So when the vet scanned the dog, she gave me the number for the chip people so I could call the chip people and see what to do. But the vet told me like nobody called to report the dog missing. So it was after a certain amount of time, right? So they'll let you re-chip. My dog wants to go home. Come on, the car is this way. Let's go for a puppy ride. What's a puppy ride? Come on. So yeah, because the dog was abandoned and nobody called the chip people, because like if you put a microchip in your animal and your animal is not in your sight for like, 5 minutes, your animal's missing. And like your animal ain't on the couch, it ain't on the, it ain't in the backyard no more. The first thing you do is you call, hey, come on, mama, come on. I know you're hot. Okay, let's go sit down here then. Let's sit right down on this bench. Come on, I know. Here, come here. Come here, mama, I know you're hot. We'll get some water soon. So yeah, the first thing you do, guys, if you, your dog is missing, is you call the chip people, right? So when I called the chip people, they let me re-chip the dog in my name. So they put my name, my phone number, and then they put for emergency number, just in case, say if I got in a car accident and I went, you know what I mean? I was gone and the dog didn't go also. They would call my neighbor, and my neighbor would be the emergency person to come and pick up the dog if anything happens to me. Beautiful, beautiful. There's not even a soul in the world. No needle, no tents, no nothing. I don't get to have to think about it when I'm up here. But pretty soon I'm going to be going and recording the cops abusing the homeless people in Canada, because they're going to start cracking down on the homeless people. Yes, the chip is for them to contact the owner, but the owner abandoned the person. The dog had a piece of wax in her ear. It was like the size of a quarter, and it was thick. And like I had to literally peel the wax out of the dog's ears there. And the dog had some huge eye boogers, and it was just really scared. And I know you're really hot. I know. Just stay there for a minute. I didn't even think I was walking. We've been only walking 39 minutes, 33 minutes, Babas. It's okay. I'll let my dog catch a breath. So yeah, I'm going to be filming the homeless people getting abused in Canada soon, because there's a push on to get all of the tents out of the city. And when they do all these getting the tents out of the city, they're not really nice with the people. So I want to make sure that I'm there to try to give them a little bit of protection. And I think the cops are going to abuse me like they abused David Menzies. Pretty soon, I'm just going to start protecting myself, man. After I'm done with these false charges, I'm telling the police right when he comes to me, if you put your hands on me, if you approach me, I'm going to use the force necessary to defend myself. I'm telling you I'm scared. I'm telling you to back up. I'm telling you to leave me alone. I'm telling you have no lawful authority over me. And if you come within distance of me and you start reaching, I am just starting to defend myself. I'm sick of them just putting their hands on you. In Canada, you can't even do anything about it. Like you literally cannot do anything about it. If the cops don't injure you seriously in Canada, if the cops do not injure you seriously in Canada, you will not get nothing from the court system. It's not like the United States where they just breach your rights even a little bit and the judge is like, I'm going to give you $50 million. Okay, come on, mama, let's go. It's not like that in Canada, man. There's a lady in Ottawa, Ontario, that's the capital of Canada, and the cops falsely arrested her. Then they took all her clothes, left her with no clothes in the jail cell, with male guards looking at her, camera on her. They broke her arm. There's a couple other things that they did to her that weren't so bad. You know what I mean? Just lesser rights violations. The lawyer, he's the best lawyer in Canada. He had to fight for 10 years to get the girl only $250,000 Canadian. So not even $200,000 American is all she got for being falsely arrested, abused, left naked in a cell, arm broken, and a whole bunch of other crap that she had to go through. And she had to battle for 10 years to get that money. Despicable. It's despicable. Thank you, guys. Hello, Brandon Mitchell. Hello, Pete. How you guys doing? Admiral, what's going on? That guy again. What are you guys saying, man? I just seen somebody say something about the RCMP. They're the most despicable people in the world. I cannot believe how many people on the RCMP are on full-time leave with full-time pay. Like, go look at how many people are from the RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. They're on full-time pay just because of some imagined injury. Just some kind of fucking imagined injury. They're not forced to go back to work at any time. They just sit there and just collect the money. Almost every police force, if you go look at the numbers, 10 to 15% of their police force is on some kind of full-time leave with pay. It's sickening. Just sickening. Come on, mama, let's go. I'll get you some water and take you home. Yeah, it's just sickening, guys. You can't sue the cops or nothing in Canada. And it's very, 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 very hard, man. Like, I'm trying to learn how to do it myself, but I have my house. I bought my house cash. So if I fail in my lawsuit, they sue me back for all the lawyer fees and all of this and that, and the judges are going to give it to them. And probably more. Like I was telling people in the chat this morning, when I was walking this morning, there's a guy who went to a police station, right? That says no cameras, right? So he went there to take the arrest. He said, I'm going to come in here. I'm going to take the arrest. I'm going to battle you in court. This is unconstitutional. Gets arrested, doesn't file a constitutional challenge form, so he gets found guilty. A $65 fine turns into a $1,000 fine. Just to teach everybody a lesson about don't come and challenge the government, you know? And there's a lot of people in here who don't want you to challenge the government, but don't be fooled by them. Like, it's hard. They're going to I think at the beginning of this talk, I was talking right over there about the brown water and the reason they came after me over and over and over and over again. You don't want to be that guy, so you're right. Maybe don't challenge the government if you don't have nothing to lose. Me, I got no kids. I've got no kids, so I got nothing to lose. I got the dog. So I can only challenge the government so far with the dog because I can't even spend a night in jail overnight. Like, I've got to be home for my dog. You want some water? Here. You can't drink out of a bottle. I should have brought a cup. I'll get my dog some water soon. So yeah, my dog, as soon as my dog's gone, I'll have I'll be really out there. I'll be far out there, guys. You'll see. I'll be one of the most dangerous auditors out there, guys. You guys are gonna be like, this motherfucker, how does he even do that? And the cops just leave him alone. They don't want to fuck with me. They don't want to have all their whole station going to court. Like, I have judges that sign my subpoenas just like that. Boom, 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 boom. I know how to get a judge to sign almost anything, buds. So, thanks for being here, everybody. Thanks. Hello, Marlene. How are you, Marlene? Brandon, cute doggo. Yeah, I found it a couple years ago. Her name is Mika Bond, right? So her chip said Mika was her name, and I found her on Bond Street. Like, when I tracked her down with my bike, like I drove my motorbike until she went into a backyard that had a good fence that I could get a good hold of her. And I didn't know her name for 2 months, so I named her Miss Bond after the street, right? I knew it was a female dog, so I'm just like, you're Mrs. Bond. And I called her Puppy Princess of all puppies. That was her first name, Puppy Princess of all puppies. which is a mouthful. But then I was driving down the same street I found her on one day, and I was like, oh, wait, I can just name you Mrs. Bond. And I named her Mrs. Bond. And then I figured out her first name was Mika. Mika! So then I called her Mika Bond. But yeah, very, very cute dog, man. This dog opens so many doors for me, man. I can meet so many girls and so many mamas. Yo, what's up, gang? What's up? Gracious. Yeah, so I'm on Highway 17. North Bay is that way. Sudbury is that way. I'm in a town called Verner, Ontario. There is 1,000 people, about 300 houses, and we have one of the most a couple years ago, we had one of the most dysfunctional city councils in all of the country. Like literally, if you search that name after, and you search the city council from 2019 to about 2024, it was one of the most dysfunctional city councils, and I'm surprised it didn't get more traction than it actually did. Like this cowbell right here, this cowbell right there had more common sense than everybody, including the mayor, the CAO, all of the clerks, everybody that gets paid all the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, bro. Like, I'm just telling you, man, it was just some dysfunctional, just cousins loving cousins, just a little bit too much around here. Cousins loving cousin community, maybe. I got a good price on a house, so I'm not going to really complain, you know what I mean? I just stay to myself. My two neighbors, literally my two neighbors that live directly beside me and in front of me, they both came from down south. Or no, one came from Ottawa, a big city like Ottawa, Ontario, and the other one came from Toronto, Ontario. So I can play my music, they don't care. I can do certain things, and they're not going to call the cops on me. So very, very peaceful, very, very relaxing. This thing's called the cock shut. Man, I've used my cock to shut a couple things in my lifetime, man. Well, I didn't know you would call a tractor a cock shut. That's some kind of shit right there, guys. Always trust the dog's instinct, yes. I always listen to my dog. I just let her do what she wants to do. I follow her lead. She's smarter than me, man. They're all bad, some just hide it better. Yeah, some hide it really good. You have to be careful with everybody, man. Like I was saying earlier, some people are only happy when they steal your energy, right? So they're only happy if you're happy, they want to ruin your happiness. They want to steal your fucking energy and make you unhappy, and that makes them happy. So I don't let it. One guy triggered me today. One guy on a chat earlier, he said that I don't deserve rights because I'm on a disability. Because my government gives me money, I don't deserve rights. So I told the guy, I was like, see, you're the person that would help Adolf Hitler send grandma to the special showers and send the working men and everybody that's in good shape over to the camps to concentrate and to work on one slice of bread a day. People like that who think disabled people don't have a voice. People like that who think the homeless don't have a voice. The homeless can vote. A homeless person's vote is just as relevant as your vote, I'm sorry to say, to all you trolls in the chat. That homeless guy in that tent can wake up, he can go to the voting booth, he can sit there, sign an affidavit that he's a certain person living in a certain area. He doesn't need ID like you. He doesn't need all the accomplishments that you have. That's good. Thank you for looking after your wife and your daughter. You're doing a good job, man. Everybody has rights, man. Yes, it doesn't matter what you are or where you've been or how you've been through. I know in the States, sometimes you don't have rights because if you're a felon, you can't vote. But that's their laws, you know what I mean? Up here in Canada, you can vote. Even in jail, you can go vote and do everything. So they have rights just as you. Hello, Matthew. What's going on? I'm about to get out of here soon enough, man. I just sat down. You can vote for a puppet, but not the puppet master. Well, everything is on strings nowadays, right? It's all about being a puppet master, and we're the puppets, right? And some of these people love their strings being pulled. Like literally, one of the things that makes me so frustrated, that how do these people not see that their strings are being pulled? How do they not see their taxes going up, their services going down, the authoritarian boot going up, and their freedoms going down? I do not see how they don't see it. Like literally, I was in that hall right there protesting brown water, and all the same people drinking the brown water started clapping when the cops took me out of there. Like, I'm going to upload the video later. I was right over there and they arrested me, started laying down in front of the cop car. I'm like, you guys ain't going nowhere till the ambulance comes. You're not going nowhere until your supervisor comes. Like, I trolled them for about 45 minutes for a trespass ticket. All right, a $65 trespass ticket. Get this. Okay, this person who's the person who runs this building right here is like, calling the cops, get out of here, your sign is disturbing the meeting, even though I didn't say nothing and my sign was down low. And so I told them, like, all you guys are coming to court. 13 city council members, the mayor, the CAO, the 3 civilian witnesses, and the 2 police officers. They're all getting subpoenas to come to court. So we're walking out this door. We walk out this door with, she's like, if you don't leave right now, you're under arrest. So I leave the hall, I come down, I'm walking out this door, I'm lipping off to her, blah, 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 blah. She's like, do you want to go in cuffs? I'm like, do whatever you want to do. Boom, she hammers me in cuffs right there, and then she couldn't double lock the cuffs. So I started making a comment about like, oh, she shouldn't be in law enforcement. Oh, this lady, she clamped those cuffs on so tight. Come on, mama, let's go. Threw me in the back of the car, kept me in the back of the car for like, cop car for like 15 minutes to write me a trespass ticket. Told her, I said, do you want to see the evidence? I have the evidence on my phone. I said, it's going to take you 5 minutes to see the evidence to know that I wasn't trespassed. You know what she said? Bring it to the judge. I'm going to play the video. Bring it to the judge, she said. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm going to show the judge just what you said. While all 15 of you are sitting there at court, burning up all the community's resources, I'm going to show the judge what you said. Bring it to court. You didn't want to see that they didn't trespass me properly. Like, you could have just looked at the video, like the female cop, she could have looked at the video, seen that they didn't trespass me properly, and said, okay, oh, they didn't trespass you properly. Okay, I understand now. That's why you didn't leave. But I left when they trespassed me properly. When I asked the cop, so are you telling me you're going to arrest me if I don't leave? Then she said yes, and I'm like, okay, she properly trespassed me for the proprietor. But they didn't trespass me properly. They told me if I didn't settle down, that I would be trespassed, right? So I sat down with my sign in the front row, and my sign was down low to the ground so nobody behind me could see my sign or disturb them. And every time a counselor would talk, I would just move my sign. So they would have to read it when they're talking about their subject matter, you know? And so they couldn't concentrate on reading their paperwork, that they had to read my sign. Why do they got to read my sign? Why can you not just concentrate on your speech? You've probably been training for that speech for like 3 weeks, and a little sign, a little cardboard sign with blue painter's tape is such a threat to democracy that you had to call the cops. Like, they couldn't just sit there and let me have my sign and film my video and protest the brown water. They had, because the mayor, again, the councilors, they pay for the budget of the cops. They are not scared to call the cops and use the cops. They've paid for that service. That service is not here for me and you guys. The cops are not here for me and you. They're only here to, you see how fast they come? You go into a city hall meeting and make any kind of issue or any kind of disturbance, and see how fast them motherfuckers come. But then call them and say somebody's breaking into your car. All right, we're going to make a call right here at the back of the church. Be like, somebody's breaking into the car at the back of the church. And then right here at the city hall meeting, we'll be like, somebody's holding a sign with blue painter's tape. Guess where they're fucking coming first? guess where they're fucking coming for? They're not going to save you and your things. They're going to save the mayor, the councilor, and the city, people that work for the city, that pay the budget, right? We're just the regular folk. We ain't nothing more than just the regular folk. Like, we just need to pay our taxes and shut the fuck up. That's what I'm just telling you what they think. Like, just like what you want to know what the rich people think? You don't want to know what rich people think about us? Yes. What? Just because they do some humanitarian work on the side? Do you think that they care about society? They want us gone. They do not want us in our houses. Like, hundreds of years ago, guys, we didn't have fresh fruits. We didn't have the sort of meats and the sort of dietary stuff that we can get today. We didn't have these, nice, well, a couple hundred years ago we had okay houses, but you know what I mean? Like, we didn't have all of this stuff. Like, the kings only had the fresh strawberries. You want a kiwi, you were never going to see a fucking kiwi. The rich don't want us to have all these luxuries, man. They're squeezing, right now, the rich are squeezing the crap out of everybody. And then people are just sitting there looking at the rich like they're going to give something back to you. There is no refunds, guys. What's going on here? We're just talking about life and everything. Town council needs to be open and transparent. Well, guess what, Admiral? In British Columbia, a place in Canada, they put it that you cannot, Nanaimo, British Columbia, they put it that you cannot have your phone in you can have your phone, but you cannot record a city council meeting. So you cannot record town hall meetings. It's a law, a bylaw, all right? So if you go watch this guy, he's called Northern Ontario Audits, NOC Audits, right? If you go watch his channel, right now, they just put a law in Chapleau, Ontario, that you're not allowed to record any public employees. You're not allowed to record any public buildings. Come here. Come on, mama. Nothing. They just made a law, just overnight made a law saying that you cannot record any public people, any public buildings because of one man with a camera that they lied about. Like, literally, they said the man was following people behind counters. Come on, mama, we're going to take the car. We're going to go for a ride. Let's go for a puppy ride. Let's go for a puppy ride. She wants to walk home. She's like, I want to go to bed soon. I want to go to bed soon. So yeah, they made a whole law in the whole city because they know no lawyer is going to go up that far from any big city to represent them. Same with no lawyer is going to come down here to represent me. Like, they don't even want to do it for money because they can just sit in the big city and just go to a car accident lawsuit and get way more money than fighting the government for 10 years, right? So pretty much we've signed away all our fucking rights. We've signed away all our rights, man. It's like they're all gone, guys. But I'm going to go with my dog. My dog needs some water, man. I'm going to see you guys later, all right? Thanks for being here. Please follow, like some of my videos. I got some long form videos. I've got some live walks that I took yesterday and the day before. My live walk from this morning's got 133,000 views, guys. I talk about some really good subjects. I talk about internal affairs and cover-ups. I talk about a lot of good stuff. Please subscribe, please like, please follow, and thank you for all your love and friendship. And I'm out of here. Thank you. My dog says bye. Hey, puppy, what do you say? You want them to follow? Sit. One, two, high five. Give me a high five. High five, mama. All right, my doggy's tired, guys. See you later.